shoulders off. And then if we just pop the fingers up onto your shoulders, we'll just take those shoulder circles here. So bringing the elbows forwards, take a breath in, then breathe out and expand the chest to open. And again, breathe in and out, opening it back. And again, breathe in and out and back. And then when we get to the back this time, stay there and go the other way. Breathe in and out and stretching across the upper back. Breathe in and out, drawing forwards. One more time, breathe in and out. Okay, and then just letting your palms face upwards, shutting your eyes and taking a long deep breath in through your nose. Breathing out through your nose. Taking a long deep breath in. Breathing all the way back out. Taking a long deep breath in. And this time holding on to your breath. Drawing your chin down towards your chest. Raising your chin back up and breathing all the way back out again. Taking a long deep breath in and gently nodding your chin and holding on to your breath. And then raising your chin back up and breathing all the way back out again. And taking a long deep breath in. And now breathe all of the way back out and go right down to the bottom of your exhalation. Lower down your chin and holding your breath out. And then raising the chin back up and breathing in. And one more time, breathing out. And go right down to the bottom of your exhalation. Lower down your chin and holding your breath out. And then let's raise the chin back up, taking a deep breath in and out. And as we breathe in, let's raise your arms nice and high, clasping your fingers at the top. As you breathe out, let's take a small rotation with your upper body. Breathing in to bring it to the middle. Breathing out, taking a small rotation with your upper body. Breathing in, then breathing out. Let's bring the hands down and gently draw your body up into your knees and sitting back upon your heels. And then looking up between your hands, let's take a breath in as we draw up and along the ground, rolling down the shoulders and lifting the chin. And as you breathe out, let's just draw up into a cat stretch, rounding up through your shoulders and back. Breathing in to take the head and tailbone away, and breathing out to sit back upon your heels. Breathing in as you draw the body to pull up and along the ground, lifting the chin up. And as you breathe out, let's draw up into a cat stretch, lifting high through the shoulders and back. Breathing in, head and tailbone away, and breathing out as we sit on back. Breathing in, let's draw the body up and along the ground. And this time breathing out, curling with your toes, sending the hips back and looking up towards your navel. Breathing in, draw forwards to a high plank. Let's breathe out, bend your knees and sit back upon your heels. Breathing in as we draw the body up and along the ground. And breathing out, let's curl the toes, hips go back and the head draws down. Breathing in, draw forwards to a high plank. And breathing out to sit back onto your heels. Breathing in as you draw the body up and along the ground. And breathing out, let's curl the toes, send the hips back and the head down. Breathing in, drawing forwards to a strong plank. Breathing out to bend your knees and sit back upon your heels. Breathing in, let's draw the body up and along the ground. And breathing out, sending your hips away and the head down through your arms. Breathing in, draw forwards to a high plank. Breathing out to bend the knees and sit on back. Couple more times. Breathing in, drawing the body up and through. And breathing out to curl the toes and send the hips back and away. Breathing in, draw forwards to a high plank. Breathing out to bend your knees and sit on back. And then this time as we draw on through, breathing in. And as we breathe out, let's stay in a downward facing dog and give it a little bit of a walk out from one foot to the other. So just working your hips a little side to side, stretching a little deeper into the calves and the hamstrings. And if you can, moving your hips a little side to side. It's getting a little bit more movement into the lower back muscles. And now leaving the heels back, walking your hands all the way back in towards your feet. And just letting your body hang. Take a hold of your elbows. And let's just release with a couple of sighs. So take a deep breath in. And sighing, letting your body hang. Again, deep breath in. And a little sigh, letting it go. One more time, deep breath in. And as we sigh out this time, letting go of your arms, bending your knees as we unroll. As we get to the top, clasping your fingers, draw your arms high. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, pressing into a little side body bend. Breathing in to come back up. And again, breathing out, pressing off into a little side body bend. Breathing in to come back up. Breathing out, letting your arms all the way back on down. Okay, let's just come on up to the top of your mat. Bring your hands in towards your heart. Taking a deep breath in, raising both arms. As you breathe out, let's fold the body on forwards. Breathing in, right leg, stepping back, releasing your knee to the ground and lifting your chin. Breathing out, let's step back and hold into a high, strong plank. Breathing in, lower to your knees, your belly and your chest. And breathing out, upward facing dog, elbows in, shoulders tucked in. Breathing in as you lower and breathing out, pushing off the ground to plank and all the way back off into a downward facing dog. Breathing in, right foot, stepping through, lifting the chin, releasing the toes. And breathing out, left leg stepping through and folding. Breathing in as we unroll through your spine, gazing up to your thumbs. Breathing out, hands drawing back into your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, nice big dive on forwards. Breathing in, left leg, stepping back. Release your knee, lifting your chin. Breathing out, let's step back and hold into a high plank. Breathing in, lower to your knees, your belly and chest. And breathing out softly, upward facing dog, elbows in, shoulders down. Breathing in as you lower, and as you breathe out, let's push off the ground to plank, all the way back off into your downward dog. Breathing in left leg, stepping through, lifting the chin, releasing the toes. And breathing out, right leg, stepping up and folding. Take a deep breath in as you unroll through your spine, gazing up to your thumbs. Breathing out, hands drawing back to your heart. Breathing in, let's raise both arms. Breathing out and diving your body forwards. Breathing in, right leg stepping back. And we'll just keep the knee above the ground. Push into the right hand and raise your left arm up. Really taking a nice deep stretch into that right calf muscle. Just relaxing your shoulders open. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Okay, now letting both of your hands come to the inside of your foot. And then just turning your body towards the long edge of your mat. And we're just going to move a little side to side here to awaken up the inner thigh muscles. Okay, now you can be as high or as low as you need to be today. Okay, you can come up a little and work from side to side if that would be better for you. You can stay with your fingertips on the floor. You can start to dig the heel in. Okay, so you're going into a little Cossack-like position. But just again, finding a little bit more stretch in there for the inner thigh muscles. And then we'll bring it all the way back round towards the left foot. Have the hands either side of your foot and slide the feet together behind you. Okay, and I'm going to bring you down upon your forearms and we're going to hold out into a 10 breath plank. So elbows tucked in, gazing beyond your fingers. And let's breathe in and breathing out. Breathing in, locking into the core on your out breath. Using your Pilates method work here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. In, out 4, in, out 5, in, out 6, in, out 7, in, out 8, in, out 9, and in, out 10. Gently lower your body all the way back down. Taking one hand on top of the other and just relaxing your neck. You're going to pop your head down into your fingers in just a moment. We're going to take the right leg up, breathing in. And as you breathe out, bend the knee, point the toe if you can, sending the leg over. And then breathing in to draw it back. So awakening again, the back muscles. Breathing out to send the leg over. Breathing in, keep swapping the legs over. So you're breathing out, bend the knee, point the toe, send the leg back. Breathing in to draw it back. Breathing out to send the leg over. Breathing in to draw it back. Let's have 2 more there. Breathing out, send the leg over. Breathing in to draw back. One more time. Breathing out, send the leg over. Breathing in and back. Then hands beneath your shoulders. Upward facing dog, drawing the body away from the ground. Collarbone open, chin nicely lifted. And then gently lower your body all the way back down. Let's curl the toes, engage the core. Breathe in as you push up to plank. Breathe out into your downward facing dog. Breathing in, right foot, stepping through, lifting the chin, releasing the toes. And breathing out, left leg, stepping through and folding. Take a deep breath in as we unroll through your spine. Breathing out, hands drawing back to your heart. Breathing in as we raise both arms. Breathing out, diving your body on forwards. Breathing in, left leg stepping back. Push down into the left hand, turn open to the right and raise the right arm up. Now kind of again, another couple of breaths here. In through your nose, out through your nose. Really activating the back leg into a calf stretch. And then we're going to lower down that hand. Again, we're going to come around to the long edge of your mat. Only this time, we're going to move the hands slightly forwards. Back line straightish. Okay, you could use a block underneath your hands if you prefer. And then raising your right arm up towards the ceiling, looking up towards your thumb. And you should get that stretch coming now into the left inner thigh muscle. And then drawing all the way back down, swapping it over, raising the left arm, looking up. And now the right inner thigh muscles working a little harder. And bring the hand back down. We're going to work our way back round towards your right foot. Step the feet together behind you. And now let's lower down onto the knees, the belly and the chest. Okay, now I'm going to use the light hand weights, the 1 kilo weights, to work up into tricep work on top of the breaststroke. So I've got the weights down by my side. I'm going to work firstly just with the shoulders, just to get moving. And you can of course do this without the weights. And they're going to add on the weights, lifting to give you a little bit of work for the upper back of your arms. So feet turned in, buttocks relaxed. Let's drop down the shoulders in towards the floor. As you breathe in through your nose, roll the shoulders back. As you breathe out of your mouth, engaging the core, lifting. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out as we lower, letting the shoulders back. Let's do that just like that again. Breathing in, shoulders roll back and down. Breathing out, engage the core, lift and hover, keeping the core locked on, breathing in, and then breathing out as we lower, all the while keeping the legs relaxed. So this time with the weights if you wish to use them. As you breathe in, roll back and down with both shoulders. As you breathe out, lifting and hovering and raising our arms with the weights. Breathing in, then breathing out to lower and let the shoulders back down. Breathing in, roll back and down with both shoulders. Breathing out to engage with your core as you lift. Breathing in to stay, then breathing out to lower and let your shoulders back down. Breathing in, shoulders roll back and down. Breathing out to engage with your core as you lift. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out to lower and let the shoulders all the way back down. Breathing in, roll back and down with both shoulders. Breathing out to engage with your core as you lift. Breathing in to stay, then breathing out to lower and let your shoulders back down. Breathing in, shoulders roll back and down. Breathing out to engage with your core as you lift. Breathing in to stay. Then breathing out to lower, let your shoulders back down. Last one coming up. Breathing in, shoulders roll back and down. Breathing out to engage with your core as you lift. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out to lower all the way back. And just popping those hand weights to the side. Letting your feet come a little bit wider now and taking your right arm across the front edge of your mat, left fingertips down to the side of you. As you breathe in, raise on up, and as you breathe out, glancing over your left shoulder. And if we can, keeping both of your hips nice and level and relaxed against the ground. And then bring the body all the way back round. And let's swap it over. Fingertips to the floor, breathing in, coming on up. And as you breathe out, glancing over your right shoulder. And then coming all the way back round. Hands underneath your shoulders. Let's gently bring the body up into up dog, elbows in, nice deep breath in and out. Again, deep breath in. As you breathe out, lower your body all the way back down. Now curling the toes, engaging the core, pushing off the ground to plank, back off into down. downward dog. Now maybe moving your feet in a little bit closer towards your hands. I'm going to reach beneath with the right hand, taking hold of the left leg, be it the knee, the calf or the ankle, and then looking beneath your left armpit. So we're providing the body with a cross back body stretch here, working up into the shoulders, weight bearing for the left arm. And let's swap it over, reaching beneath with your left hand, again looking beneath your armpit. And then hand back down to the ground. Let's step lightly through with your left leg, releasing your right knee, lifting your chin. And then lightly stepping through with your right leg and folding. Take a deep breath in as we unroll through your spine, gazing up to your thumbs. Breathing out, hands drawing back into your heart. Breathing in as we raise both arms. Breathing out and diving your body forwards. Now stepping back with your left leg, remaining forwards with your right. Bend your right knee deeply in towards your armpit. And then as we bring the body up, bracing the front leg and drawing the ribs and the hips towards the short end of your mat. Flex your shoulders back a little, breathing in, turning your palms. As you breathe out, lightly raising arms and either look between your hands or look up towards your thumbs and bring the palms together. And we're lowering well into that front knee. And breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. And now let's peel back your left arm and gaze out and along the centre of your right hand. And you could maybe go a little bit longer with this posture. Shoulders relaxed. Breathe in through the nose, out through your nose, and go feel a good equal balance between your feet. And deep breath in. As we breathe out now, let's reach towards your back leg. Dig the heel in and draw your toes away from the ground as we reach on back for your reverse warrior, looking on up towards your upper hand. And now bending the knee as you place the foot back down. Let's clasp the fingers back behind your back and coming down into humble warrior. So drawing your shoulder towards the inside of your knee, dropping your gaze back towards your back foot if you can. Again, nice deep breath. A little bit more work coming in for the inner thigh, very top of the hamstrings, coming up towards your glutes on the right hand leg. And now let's bring both of your hands to the inside of your foot. Turn your back knee and let's lower it down upon the ground. Opening up your front foot to a 45-degree angle. And then as we bend at the elbows, lowering down into your lizard posture. Okay, now you have another version of this if you feel that you want to go deeper. I haven't got my elbows on the floor with this one. I'm just going down and holding on with my hands. If you did want to go deeper, we can take the right arm underneath and work the right foot across and place it on its edge. And then lower the centre of your chest downwards towards your big toe. And then bring back your upper body. Let's come on up and work your foot back out to the side again. Bring the chest and the shoulders open. And as we raise our arms, coming up nice and high, looking either between your hands, or your hands could come up together, or we can send the hips forwards and send your arms slightly backwards for your crescent moon. And then releasing it back down. Moving back upon the back knee, coming into your half split. So here, just dropping back your shoulders a little, extending through the lower back, so we're getting a little bit more for the calf and the hamstring stretch. Take some deep breaths here, in through your nose, out through your nose. And then slowly draw your body all the way back on up. And let's bring the knees to come up underneath you. Okay, so today I'm going to be working on the leg extension coming out to the side. So I'm going to pick up the weight. Okay, and we're going to work. So when we come over, I'm going to work with the weight so that it reaches upwards, and then we come back out. So if you do find it's a little bit too intense, don't have to use the weight, all right? But again, be careful because we've got a long lever there. We don't want to be swinging the weight around. It may just go vertical, it may go over to where we usually take it, but again, know your own body. So taking a deep breath in, as you breathe out, let's lift, and then breathing in to come back, lift the other arm. Breathing out to lift, reaching it over, breathing in to draw it back and stretch the side body, good. Breathing out and lift, breathing in, reaching and stretching out of your waist. Breathing out as you engage the core and lift, breathing in, drawing it back on over. Again, breathing out as we lift, breathing in as we reach over. Now this time we're going to stay on the hand. Breathing out to lift. Now breathing in to lower, breathing out to lift up. Breathing out to lower, breathing out to lift up. Breathing out to lower, breathing out to lift up. Breathing out to lower, breathing in to lift up. Two more, breathing out to draw down, breathing in to lift up. One more, and breathing out. Okay, then lower it down, come on up, pop that weight down. Now, coming to a high kneel, you can feel one shoulder's really worked. Now, we're going to work into shoulder rolls. So as we take this arm up, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to follow that hand all the way back and down. Preparation for camel. Deep breath in, raising the other arm. As you breathe out, rolling open, following that hand back. Again, deep breath in. As you breathe out, opening, following the hand back. And again, deep breath in. As you breathe out, opening, following the hand back. Now you can do a few more of those if you like, or reach around and either hold on to the elbows, take a deep breath in, breathing out to offer up the chest towards the ceiling. If you feel you can go further, maybe open up with the neck, or maybe we're reaching along for the back of your legs, or you're reaching along for your heels. And wherever you take it to today, know that you can breathe, opening up the front side of your body, so all the counter to when you're working and your shoulders are dropping forwards. And engaging the core, and let's come all the way back on up. Sliding your hands forwards, curling with your toes, pushing off into a nice long downward dog. Let's raise your right leg up nice and high, bend the knee, point the toe back. And now connect the two legs together and come forwards into a single leg plank, looking beyond your fingers, really locking into the core center here. And then sending the hips back, Taking the right leg high to a down dog split. And then bring your right knee towards your right elbow into a floating plank. And then if you can, bring your right foot towards your left hand and raise your left hand up for fallen triangle. Really pulling up through your waist on this one. Good, and then hand coming down to the floor. Bring through your right knee towards your right wrist. Slide the body back into pigeon. So 2 layers on pigeon here. We can lay up the hands, we can lower the forehead down. This very much may feel exactly where you need to be tonight, so stay. If you want to work in the quad stretch on the left leg, make sure that the left leg is tucked in, and then when we bend it up, rebalancing the shoulders if we can. And you'll find that stretch along the front of your left thigh. Okay, let's let that leg go and bring it around to the front there for me, please. Okay, coming into rolling backwards. Option to use 1 weight, 2 weights, no weights, okay. If you ordinarily use a band and you want to use that again, absolutely. If you need any cushioning behind the lower back, pop that into position. Now, should we use the weight, we're going to hold it in front of us, remembering to relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, carefully rolling the body back, maybe hanging out to halfway on that first one. Breathing in, then breathing out to draw your body up, sitting up nice and tall. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, slowly rolling the body back, maybe a little bit further. See how that is for you today. Breathing in, and then breathing out, engaging with your core and sitting that body up nice and tall. Deep breath in, breathing out, just taking control. As we lower, carefully working through your back. Breathing in, and then breathing out. And slowly drawing the body all the way back on up. Again, deep breath in. As you breathe out, lowering the body carefully back. Breathing in, and then breathing out. Engaging with your core, peeling all the way back on up. Again, deep breath in. As you breathe out, lowering your body slowly back and down. Breathing in and breathing out. Engaging the core and peeling all the way up. Last one coming up. Deep breath in, breathing out. Let's slowly lower the body back. Breathing in. And again, breathing out, engaging your core and coming all the way back up. And let's pop that weight down. Bring the legs up underneath you. So pulling them up, hands to the floor and a light hop back or step back. And then pressing back off into a downward facing dog. And then if we can step forwards with your right foot. Release your left knee halfway down your mat, coming into a little twist here. Deep breath in, raising the left arm, and as you breathe out, bring the elbow across to the far side of your knee. Now we can place the hands in prayer and twist. We can place the hand to the far side of the foot, and then either stay with the knee on the ground or lift it up from the floor if you wish to. And then you can either remain on the toes or the flat foot close to the ground. Then from here, if it's all going well, reach across with the right arm and look up towards your hand. And now let's let down that arm. Release out your left arm, lightly stepping up with your left leg and folding. And let's take a deep breath in and roll through your spine, gazing up to your hands. Breathing out, hands back to your heart. Let's work this down the left-hand side of your body now. Deep breath in, raise the arms. Breathing out, folding your body forwards. Stepping back with your right leg. Placing your heel flat down. Have that knee deep in towards your armpit. Brace the front leg as you come up into preparation of warrior one. Roll back the shoulders a little. Breathe in, turn your palms. Breathe out as you raise your arms. Either look up between your hands or looking up towards your thumbs. And wherever you get it to today, strength through both of your legs. Breathing well. Get that oxygen to come to those major muscles in your legs. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, warrior two. Gazing along the center finger. Let's tuck under a little through the lower back. Relax the shoulders and gaze along the center of your left hand. And now reaching backwards, dig the heel in. Draw back into reverse warrior, stretching and reaching up and over. The toes are drawing off the ground if you can. You're feeling that lovely stretch coming into your waist. And then replace the foot back down. Bend the knee and clasp your fingers back behind you for humble warrior. Dropping your head now, relaxing your neck, looking towards your back foot. And take some lovely deep breaths there. Okay, we're going to bring those hands back down to the inside of your foot, turning your back leg and turning open your front foot. Softly bending a little at the elbows as we lower down into that lizard lunge. Okay, option to go beneath the left leg, working your foot across and then maybe lowering down. Throat coming a little bit closer towards your big toe. And then let's slowly bring it back up. Walking your foot out a little. Bring the upper body back. Hips driving forwards for the hip flexor stretch on the right leg. Raising your arms high. Sending your arms up. Looking up if that feels okay. Reaching backwards a little if you can. And then coming all the way back down, moving back upon that back knee. Dig the heel in, draw your toes back. And again, shoulders open back. Sending your hips out a little if you can. Okay, now we're going to round up through with your back. Pop your knees up underneath you. And we're going to work again, this time with the left leg coming out to the side. Alright, so I've got the weight up in my right hand, your left hand. Okay, so as we reach over, stretching out of your waist, then taking that hand to the floor, and as we lift, lifting that leg, lifting the arm, reaching as far as it can, going over. Deep breath in, stretching out of your waist. As you breathe out, hand to the floor and lifting the leg up. And again, breathing in as you reach it over. Breathing out to engage with your core and lift. Again, breathing in as we reach it out of the waist. Breathing out, engaging with your core and lifting the leg. Again, breathing in as we stretch it over. Breathing out, engaging with your core, lifting the leg. And again, breathing in, reaching out of your waist. Breathing out, Strong engagement with the core as you reach it over. And again, breathing in, stretching out, breathing out, lock on with your core as you lift. The next one, we're going to stay up and we're going to work into those repeaters. So as you come up, breathing out, lift, and then breathing out to lower, breathing out, lift the arm, breathing out to lower the leg, breathing out, lift the leg, lift the arm, breathing in, engage the core as you lift, breathing in, breathing out and engage the core to lift. Again, breathe in, breathing out to lift, and again, breathing out, lift. Two more, breathe in, out to lift, one more, and lift. Okay, knee down, arm down, and I'm going to get ready for a little bit more opening up for back bending. So this time around, curling the toes and lifting up with the heels behind you, raising one arm, and as we look back towards your heel, reach back with your right hand and gently lean backwards. And then we'll swap it over. Deep breath in, breathing out, reaching backwards, lifting up, breathing in. And again, breathing out, reaching backwards, stretching it out, and breathing in. Now again, you can either carry on and do a few more of those, or if you'd like to go into camel this time, roll open the shoulders, reaching along for the back of your legs or your lower back, offer the chest up towards the ceiling. If it feels okay, open the neck. If you can reach for the back of the legs, by all means do so, or reaching back for your heels. And then engaging with your core and coming all the way back on up. Let's slide the hands forwards, curl the toes, push off into your downward facing dog. Let's raise the left leg high, bending the knee a little, pointing the toe back. And then connect the two legs together and come forwards into a single leg plank. And then sending it back again and coming into the down dog split, sending your left leg perfectly straight up. And then draw your left knee towards your left elbow into a floating plank. And then taking your left leg through, bringing your right hand off the ground in for your fallen triangle. Let's bring the hand back down. Draw your left knee towards your left wrist and let's come on down. Alright, so you might be again placing one hand on top of the other, releasing your body, finding that stretch into your hips and your glutes of your left leg. You might be coming on up with the back leg, okay, in which case draw it up in for the quad stretch. Again, just balancing the shoulders as well as you can today. And letting that leg go. Bring it back round to the front again for me. Alright, so I'd like to lower you back down upon your back. I'd like to work into your double leg extension where we have the feet together and we're pushing the legs away. As an addition for this position today, I'm going to take one weight and I'm going to raise the arms to go backwards. So that's going to give us a little bit of a stretch work for latissimus dorsi, that area just below your shoulder blades at the back, okay? Again, it's totally optional whether you use the weight today. So if we lower the body all the way down, and like I say, soles of the feet together, and then we have the weight coming up. So as we drive the legs away, breathing out and taking also the weight back behind the head, and then drawing back down. Breathing out to take the arms back, and also the legs away. Breathing in to draw back down. So really lock on with your core as you take the legs away. Breathing in to draw back. You could do this also with your head, neck and shoulders up. There is no support there for your neck. So if you do feel a little bit vulnerable, if the neck doesn't really like that, then again, keep your head down. Alright, so breathing out to press, breathing in to draw in. Breathing out to send the legs away, breathing in to draw back in. Breathing out to extend away, breathing in, draw back in. Breathing out to extend, breathing in to draw down. Breathing out to push away, breathing in, drawing down. And again, breathing out, lock into the core, breathing in, let's have two more there. Breathing out, breathing in, one more, and in. And then placing your weight back down, gently draw yourself back up to a seated position. Bring your legs up underneath you, hands to the floor, either step or lightly hop back. And then send your hips back up towards the ceiling. Let's step through with your left leg and release your right knee halfway down your mat. And bring the body open. Okay, now coming up with your right arm, deep breath in. As you breathe out, bring the elbow to the far side of the knee. So if you took the hands to prayer, do that again this time. If you took your hand to the side of your foot, lower that down. And either stay with the twist, or lift up the back knee, or bring back over your left arm. So your hands coming towards the front of the room, or towards the short end of your mat. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. And then releasing your hand forwards. Releasing out your right arm, lightly stepping your right foot to the top of your mat and folding. As we breathe in and roll through your spine, gazing up to your thumbs, breathing out, hands back to your heart. Okay, I'm going to take us through a couple of balances and I'm going to be coming down to the floor. So today, if we could use your tree posture. Okay, if we could go to eagle and then flying pigeon. Alright, so shoulders opening back, relaxing the neck. And if we float up your right foot, placing it either to your calf or above your knee. And then hands in at your heart. Slowly making your way upwards. And taking your right hand back behind your left. Just squeezing a little space out behind your head. And then slowly letting both of your arms down. And as we take the right leg around, let it wrap a little around the left leg. Taking your left arm across, your right arm beneath. And then gently rounding your back a little and drawing your elbow down towards your knee if you can. And then bring the body back on up, placing your ankle halfway down your thigh. Then as we sit the body back, drawing the body down. If you'd like to, bring your hands underneath your shin so your hands come to your heart. And then gently coming on up, extending the leg, bringing it back down, letting your arms go, letting your ankles, your body go there for a second. Take some deep breaths in and out. Okay, then when we're ready, we can slide up that left leg. Hands into your heart and slowly making your way up. And the left hand back behind the right. Chin lifts a little. Really opening up there, inner thigh stretch. Very strong work here for the ankle and the balance. You've got a shoulder girdle stretch with your arms entwined. Let's lower it down. Taking your left leg over your right, tucking it under a little. Right arm coming across, left arm coming underneath. And then gently rounding your back a little. Finding that stretch into the lower back muscles, into the hips, into the shoulders again. And then gently come on up. Take your ankle halfway down your thigh, flexing your foot, sitting your body back, lowering it down a little. And then maybe drawing your hands to come up underneath your chin. And then slowly let's come up, extend the leg and let it down. Okay, move back a little bit more. We're going to rise up onto your toes, come on down for your crow posture, Bakasana. So rising up high, bend your knees a little, lowering the body down, and landing your hands forwards. A good little distance between your hands and your feet, okay, so that when you come into it, you're leaning forwards. Either take your knees around your triceps or place your knees beneath your armpits. Either way, looking forwards, leaning it in until the feet have no option but to come gently up off the ground. And then trying to grip the ground a little with your fingers and just enjoy being above the ground. And then when you've had a little play, come on down, take a seat. Alright, so I'm just going to finish off with a little release for your back. If we can go in and under, take a hold of your elbows and then move backwards. Tuck your head gently towards your knees and try and seek out a little stretch into the lower back muscles. And then release back a little bit more. Hold on by your fingers underneath your knees. And again, draw back, tucking your head down. And just turning your hands to hold the other way around. And again, drawing back. And then drawing your body back on up. Going to finish with a neck release. So feel free to either sit cross-legged, you can kneel, or you can have your legs out in front of you, whatever feels good for you. So I'm going to clasp the fingers back behind the back today, rolling open the shoulders, tucking the head forwards and glancing down towards the floor in front of you. drawing your chin to one side of your collarbone. And feel that stretch coming along the back of your neck on that opposite side. And then through to the middle. And then drawing your head across to the other side of your collarbone. And then back to the middle. Raising the head up high. And then lowering one ear down towards one shoulder. And really try and open that space now between your earlobe and your collarbone. And head on over to the other side. And bring the head back on up. Let's bring the arms ahead. Give a little stretch between the shoulder blades. As you come up, breathe in. As you breathe out, open back and down. Again, as you reach it forwards, breathe in, coming up high. Breathe out, nice big open back and down. One more time, reaching it ahead. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, open back. And we are all finished for tonight. Well done, everybody.